This is Darshana Gochan with your B2B Cambodia Market update for September 25, 2024. The Cambodia Securities Exchange Index was up 0.56 points or 0.14% to 411.41. Total trade volume was down from Monday with 60,165 shares changing hands at a total value of 325 million real or over $80,000. Three stocks were up on the main board. Pestech Cambodia led the market, up 0.82% or 20 real to 2,450 real per share, followed by Cam GSM, which was up 0.41% or 10 real to 2,430 real per share. The Sihanoukville Autonomous Port was also up to 11,880 real per share. On the downside, Grand Twins International was the biggest loser of the day, down 1.47% or 60 real to 4,020 real per share, followed by the Phnom Penh Water Supply Authority, which was down 0.91% or 60 real to 6,540 real per share. The Phnom Penh Autonomous Port was also slightly down today. Meanwhile, MGQ Education, Akleda Bank, and Royal Group Phnom Penh SEZ remained flat. Over on the growth board, both stocks were down. DVD Engineering was down 0.48% or 10 real to 2,070 real per share, while JS Land was down 0.57% or 20 real to 3,460 real per share. Akleda Bank recorded the highest trade volume of the day with 27,908 shares changing hands at a total value of 208 million real or nearly $51,200, making up roughly 44% of total shares traded on September 25th. MJQ Education recorded the second highest trade volume of the day with 10,052 shares changing hands at a total value of 98 million real or roughly $5,000, accounting for 16% of Wednesday's trade volume. In other business news, the Asian Development Bank has maintained its growth forecast for Cambodia at 5.8% for 2024 and 6% for 2025. It had previously revised its earlier inflation projection for 2024 down from 2% to 0.5%, reflecting the slow increase in food prices and the decline in fuel prices in the first half of 2024. The rebound in the manufacturing sector, especially in garments, footwear, and travel goods, is powering this growth. According to Cambodian government data from July, Cambodia's macroeconomic performance is showing signs of recovery, with the country's GDP growth forecast in the medium term for 2025 to 2027 expecting to reach 6.5% and inflation projected to normalize down to 2.5%. Moving on to the exchange rate, the Khmer Real to USD remains stable at 4,063 real per US dollar, while the US dollar index rose to 100.43. Looking at global commodities, oil prices were little changed on Wednesday as investors reassessed the ability of China's stimulus plans to boost its economy, while declining U.S. crude oil and fuel stockpiles provide support. Brent crude futures were down 8 cents or 0.1% at $75.09 a barrel. Prices rose by about 1.7% on Tuesday after China announced its most aggressive economic stimulus since the COVID-19 pandemic, with interest rate cuts and government funding. Gold hit a record high on Wednesday, boosted by a softer US dollar and hopes of more interest rate cuts, while investors looked for new signals for the US Federal Reserve's interest rate trajectory. Spot gold was steady at $2,658.08 US dollars per ounce after hitting an all-time high of $2,670.43 US dollars earlier. US gold futures gained 0.2% to $2,682.10 US dollars. Stock futures slipped as Wall Street looks to extend its September gains. As of the time of the Cambodian market's closing, S&P 500 futures were down 0.2% and Nasdaq 100 futures fell 0.3%. Futures tied to the Dow Jones Industrial Average dipped 37 points or 0.1%. This was Darshana Gochan with your B2B Cambodia Market update for September 25th.